Let's talk about learning English vocabulary and what you can really do about it, because it's becoming a real problem. I have more and more people commenting on my TikTok videos about how they feel like they don't have enough words in their vocabulary and they want to learn more. And even my students always ask me one way or another, can we learn more words? And I think the word learn is not really used properly in this situation, because if you say that, oh, I learned this word, but I forgot it, you didn't learn it then. You got familiar with that word, right? So what I would recommend, or what I would suggest to do, is to pick a topic that you actually care about, that you're passionate about, and learn everything there is about it. Maybe like 90%, right? Not 100%. The fact that you're going to focus your attention into one topic will give you a little bit more stability, a little bit more like a sense of, I know what I'm doing, like I know what I'm specifically learning, because English is big. There's a lot of words. And how do you decide which ones do you learn, which ones do you need, which ones are gonna stick? We've all been there where we're like, I knew this word, I knew it, but it's not coming to me right now. Well, you knew it. It means that you just saw it, or you understood it, you got familiar with it, but then you never introduced it into your speech, so you didn't actually learn it. And I think the expectation around knowing a lot of words is a little bit misconstrued. Like, I think people just misinterpret the idea of vocabulary words because of the standard traditional teaching methods that gave us like vocabulary lists at every lesson based on like a text, for example, right? So we would have a text about, I don't know, Mary went to the beach to do something and have a good time, whatever. And then there were vocabulary words around the beach, the waves and the sand and whatever. Maybe even more complicated words. And then there would be like a word bank, right? Like a vocabulary list. And then you would have to learn those words, but you don't learn them. You just read them, understand them, translate them, put them in your notebook, and that's it. But unless you're going to the beach next day and you're like, ooh, that's a wave. Ooh, this is sand. Ooh, this is a shell. Ooh, this is, I don't know, diving in and swimming, whatever. Like whatever the vocabulary was in that word bank, unless you're going into that environment to apply that vocabulary, you are not learning those words. You're just getting familiar with those words. So somebody told you, like if the teacher told you, oh, we learned these words last week, this is a misuse of the word learn. So when somebody's expecting you to know those words because you looked at them for 10 minutes, you have the same expectation of yourself in real life, right? You saw a word, you wrote it down, you translated it. In your mind, you're like, oh, this is the learning process. I should know this word. Next time you might need this word, you're like, oh, I remember 2 months ago, I saw this word. What is the word? I don't remember. I only remember the meaning. You didn't learn that word. So instead of choosing a text that some teacher or some person put in a textbook somewhere and learning words from there, choose a topic that's actually relevant to you and to your life. Choose a topic that you are surrounded by every day. I always give this example, but your house should be an English zone, okay? You are inside your house every day, every single day. You should know everything in your house. You should know all the nouns, you should know all the verbs, you should know like all the expressions, the activities, everything that you do in your house, you should know, because you are always surrounded by those things. You can repeat those actions, you can repeat those words, you see them every day. That's how you learn them. And what's funny is that most of the expressions that you use around your house can be applied outside your house in different activities. English is quite flexible. You learn a verb and then that verb can be applied into many different environments and situations. So if you're untying your shoelaces, you can untie a bow, you can untie a knot, you can untie many different things like a rope, right? You can use the word untie or the verb into so many different areas. If you're in the kitchen and you're peeling potatoes, the peeling action could be applied to fruits and vegetables. It could be applied to like facial things that you peel things off. You can peel stickers, you can peel labels, you can peel wallpaper, you can peel a price tag, you can peel a band-aid. adjectives, you have spacious, you have cozy, you have tall, you have short, you have thick, you have thin. There's so many. You can describe your objects, you can talk about your actions, you can describe how you're feeling, you can describe, what you're doing exactly and how you're performing some sort of activity. Like, there's so much. Your house should be your English zone. Remember, verbs like fix, organize, arrange, pack, change, receive, send. All of these verbs are going to show up in your house chores, in your activities that you're doing, but you're also going to be able to use them at work and literally anywhere else. You might think your house is a very simple English zone, but I dare you, try to say everything you're doing every day and you'll see how many words you didn't know and how many words you thought you knew but are not coming out. Don't start learning fancy ass words that you will never use and you'll never look at and you'll never understand how to put in context properly until you're ready for those words. You will only be ready for those words when you will choose a topic that you're deeply passionate about, that you care about, that is part of your life. And if that fancy word is gonna be there, you're gonna learn it then. Happy learning!